Hey folks, hope everybody's doing well tonight. Thought I would do another thinking out loud. This one is raw. Raw as in the thought just popped in my head and I really haven't explored it. So every now and then I'll get a little insect of some sort that's crawling on the house over here. A little spider, a little whatever. Sorry, I'm looking for something and not finding it. I have found an effective way to get the thing to walk in the other direction is to blow tobacco smoke on it. They don't like that. And it will cause them to move in a different direction or to move faster and, whatever. It changes their course. Well, there was a little bug over here a moment ago, a little spider. I blew smoke on him, and in fact, he turned around and started moving in the other direction. And I did that like 4 or 5 times to encourage him to go somewhere else. Now, there was no danger of him hurting me or anything like that. I honestly had no reason whatsoever to do that, except that I found it interesting, I guess. And that's probably psychopathic on some level. Not probably. That's where this thought came to my mind. It's like, okay, I can change this other entity's course of action by doing something that seemed benign, but it's actually causing them duress. What I noticed was if after I blew 4 or 5 exhales on that thing, it stopped moving away from me and started walking around in little, like, incoherent patterns. And I think the reason is because it was probably getting nicotine sick. Maybe right, I may be wrong about that, but it's a point that I wanted to explore. This can be applied to probably just about anything. So if something's happening and you want to change it, and you develop a little strategy that gets the effect that you're looking for, but the more you do it, the more it negatively affects the object of your strategy. It might not be the best strategy. What I mean by that is there's probably a fine line between influencing someone else's actions, attitudes, thoughts, etc., and harming their ability to think or act. I haven't really thought of an example of this, but you probably can. I mean, we see it on YouTube, social media, in our daily lives all the time. People will take a course of action to get what they want without regard for the people or situations that they're affecting. I happened to be watching a podcast as I was doing this, and at about the same time I noticed that with that little spider, they were talking about influencing people and leadership styles and psychopathic personalities and narcissistic personalities and power structures and things like that. That's probably what caused me to think about that little spider spinning around in incoherent circles. So I've asked myself in the course of this video now, this is going to sound like some tree hugger, animal lover, something. It's been clinically studied that children who hurt animals often grow up to be psychopaths who hurt people, who become abusive, who become dangerous, etc. I won't say they often grow up to become that, but it is a marker for people who have become that they did that as a child quite often. I would consider myself someone who loves animals. I don't want to hurt animals unnecessarily. I'm not against hunting. I'm not against training your dog, disciplining your pets, or anything like that. But unnecessarily causing harm to an animal seems abhorrent to me. Yet I use that method to change that spider's direction. I don't think that's going to lead me to abusing neighborhood cats or anything like that. But it's just something I thought was interesting. Specifically in the context of how we deal with people and situations. One of the guys in that podcast said, if you want someone to listen to you, you have to listen to them. If you want someone to respect you, you have to respect them. Care for you, care for them. And I think that's absolutely true. You can't just beat somebody over the head with ideas, with ideologies, with whatever it may be, and expect them to hear you, to respect you, to understand what you're talking about, much less to change what they're thinking and start thinking the way you do. I don't know, just thinking out loud. Like I said, I may think about this more and redo this video. I don't know. Y'all have a good night.